Hi, welcome to another video. Today we're doing another thrift haul. We will start with fabric. I got this very small amount of rayon fabric. I think I only paid about $1 for it. I already washed it. There's maybe a meter squared here. I have these pants that I thrifted and cut up to make a vetiver top out of, and I didn't actually have enough to make the vetiver top. And so I want to mix that like orangey rayon material that those trousers are made out of with this and make an orangey brown top. I'm thinking probably the Roberts Wood bow top. I think that would be very nice in rayon. I'm just not sure if I have enough fabric for it, so to be determined. The next thing I found was this netting. I thought initially it was cotton, but I think it's actually some sort of polyester. I want to make some lingerie bags out of this for washing my bras and underwear because I put a lot of effort into making those. I want to care for them properly so that they don't degrade fast, and I think that this netting will be perfect for that. I found a free pattern online for making your own lingerie bags, and actually that's probably going to be my next video, making a bunch of free patterns that I found from various websites online and trying them out. And one of them is going to be that lingerie bag out of this netted fabric. There's quite a lot here. I can't remember what I paid for it. Oh, look, it's a Martha Stewart curtain. It's 60% polyester and 40% cotton. Next up, my husband and I were walking downtown and we saw a sign for a yard sale. So we went. I wasn't looking for anything. He was looking for tools. I found fabric. There was some lovely printed fabric. There's so many different prints. I'll hold them up individually. But all this fabric, I believe it's quilting cotton. I paid $10 for all of this, which is just a steal of a deal. Probably my favorite fabric that I found was this potato fabric. I saw it and it just made me so happy. And then I started digging through the rest of the fabrics to see what other treasures were there. I'm probably going to use this potato fabric to make another vetiver top because that's my favorite top. And I would love to wear a top made out of potato fabric. That just makes me very happy. Great. This fabric, which has a whole lot of different vegetables with faces on them, I think it's so cute. There's not a lot here. There's maybe half a meter, and this is a directional fabric, so I don't think I'll be able to make any clothing items with it, but it's still a very cute print, so maybe a purse or a little pouch or something. Next up is a classic lemon print with some lemon flowers on there too. This is nice because you can't see where it repeats. Like this side has 3 lemons with a big flower. This side has 3 lemons with a little flower, 2 lemons with a little flower. This is the same thing, just rotated. Anyway, I think it's a very pretty material. I love blue and yellow together. I think that's a great color combination. And I don't know what I'm going to make out of this yet either. Again, very little material here. I could not say no to this material because it has little bees on it and sunflowers. And I think it's gorgeous. I like bees to symbolize myself, and my twin sister likes sunflowers to symbolize herself. So I could make us matching little bags maybe out of this. I think there might be enough material here, and that would just be really cute. Last up, there's this material, which has tomatoes, carrots, mushrooms, garlic. It's really cute. There's a lot here. There's probably like 2 or 3 meters. I don't know what I'm going to make out of it. It does say on the edge, not intended for children's sleepwear. I'm not a child, so I don't know if I can make sleepwear out of it or if I shouldn't because it says not to make sleepwear out of it. So that's also to be determined. All these lovely fabrics, $10. What a steal. Next up is this canvasy material that I got. I already washed it, so I don't have the tag anymore. I'm pretty sure it is canvas. It's a navy blue canvas. Out of this, I want to make, I believe it's called the Side Tie Dungarees by Sasha Starlight. I think that this would be a beautiful material for that. For Halloween, I want to be, okay, so we need some background information. I am in a union and I take workers' rights very seriously, and I also really like history and fashion history. So for Halloween, I wanted to be Rosie Riveter, who I thought was a real person, but upon further research, I found out that it's basically propaganda from the American government to try and glamorize working in a factory to make women more comfortable with it. I still really like the idea. I am dressing as like a 1940s Rosie Riveter type, but I don't like 1940s overalls because I find that with my hips, which is a recurring theme on my channel, my hips are 2 sizes bigger than my waist. And so getting a slim fitting pair of overalls like that, it'd be really hard to do. Possible, but hard. The side tie dungarees by Sasha Starlight is a really size inclusive pattern, comfortable fit where the ties do all the fitting. That's just really appealing to me. This will fit me at multiple sizes. It also looks sleek and fitted. It's a very nice pattern. I think I haven't purchased it yet, but I am dreaming about purchasing it. So I will link that below. Next up, I have this denim material. There's 3.24 meters by 1.56 meters. I think I paid $9.50 for it. Yep, $9.50. I think I want to either make the Koseka pants by So Liberated with that or the pinion pants. I'm currently making a pair of pinion pants out of some yellow corduroy that I thrifted last summer, and I have not sewn it together yet because I'm a little scared because I made a lot of alterations to it after making my mock-up. I really want it to turn out, and so I'm having a bit of craft paralysis because I'm a little concerned that I altered it too much, but I am going to put it together, and that corduroy has a bit of stretch, so it'll probably all be fine. I don't know if I like the Koseka silhouette more for denim or if I like the pinion pants more for denim. That's what I'm thinking about for this. Last up for fabric, there is 7.8 yards of material on this roll. It is 48% cotton, 48% poly, and 4% spandex, made in Canada. This tag here says that it's $32, but blue tags were half price that day, so I paid $16 for this 7 yards of material. And yes, I know that my last measurement was in meters and this one's in yards. It's confusing for us too. Out of this material, it has a pretty good stretch, but it's too thick to make underwear out of. My plan for this was to make the Ava top by Cool Stitches. I have not purchased the pattern yet, but that's my dream. Currently, my plan is to work through all of the patterns that I've already purchased before purchasing more patterns. So I'm just dreaming about purchasing patterns right now. It is a mock neck fitted top, and I think it'll be perfect for layering in the winter. And this teal material is very close to blue, which is my favorite color. And I think that this in a turtleneck will be nice under the sweaters that I make or the cardigans that I make, since everything I make is typically in a blue color scheme. There is way more here than what will be used to make the Ava top. So I was also considering making a matching set for loungewear. I was thinking perhaps I could do the chanterelle pant, probably just another Stellan tee out of this. And I think that'll be very comfortable, and it'll be nice to have a matching set. It'll make me feel fancy. That's it for fabrics. So let's move on to sewing adjacent materials. First up, I have this huge roll of interfacing. This is a very lightweight interfacing. There's probably like 5 or 6 meters here. It doesn't have the measurements. I paid $6 for this, which again is a steal of a deal. You can probably get maybe 1.5 meters for $6, and this is 6 times that, so I'm very pleased with this. I use this type of interfacing when I make blouses. It's good for the collars and the button plackets. I also use this to stabilize fabrics when I'm making bags. I use this type of interfacing all the time, so I'm very pleased to have this. This is like exactly the kind that I get in everything. It's a fusible interfacing. It has glue dots on one side of it, and you iron it and it melts the glue dots, and then your fabric is stabilized. I'm very pleased with this purchase. Another interfacing that I got, I'm pretty sure this is interfacing, though it may be batting. This is 1.24 meters by 1.02 meters. It says $3 on here, but again, blue tags were 50% off that day, so I bought this for $1.50. I think this may be an interfacing used specifically for bag making, which I do. It is not. This is simply batting, which is not a bad thing because I have been wanting to make another quilted vest, and so I will use this for that. My sister had a pattern for a quilted vest based on a Korean traditional garment, and it was free, so I might use that batting to make one of those. Last off for textiles, this, I'm going to show you the tag so you can see blue. So I paid $2.50 for this. Now I'm going to open it, and I'll try not to talk while I do that so that the plastic's not loud. I don't know what type of material this is. It is soft. but I feel like it's like a linen or something, maybe with cotton, because I think these puffs are cotton. It's very thin, maybe a lace weight. There is a label on the inside. It says William Ross & Co. Limited, and then it says 980, and then in a different color, FSW/D. I might Google that, see if I can find what this is, but this is quite a large cone. I was thinking about what to make out of this. There's probably enough here to make a garment, but I think instead, because it's like a linen or something, this would be very nice to make a bag out of. I've been really wanting to make a basket bag. Those are always in, and I love cottagecore vibes, and I think that this would make a very cute basket bag. So that's it for craft supplies. Now I have 2 bonus items. This notebook, which looks just like a pretty basic notebook, but on the inside there's like loads of Sudoku. There was 10 pages ripped out, and I've already done these Sudokus. All of these were empty. This is nice to take for when I want something to pass the time. I paid $1.50 for this, though it knew it was $10 Canadian, so I feel like $1.50 for this book minus 10 pages is a good deal. And as I've already done like 10 puzzles in this, I've definitely gotten my money's worth, and I still have way more puzzles. So when the last thing I found, I paid $8 for. I am pretty particular about shoes, and I saw these in the thrift store and I was like, oh my gosh, because these I'm pretty sure are leather soles as well as a leather upper. Yeah, this is a stacked leather heel. There is some rubber at the base of it, but this is all leather here, I can tell. And they have a really cute shape. I've worn them once so far, and they definitely need some breaking in. It rubs at my heel, but I love these. My husband says that the suede looks messy, but I think it's just adorable. It did come in a set. They make a very satisfying clacking sound when I walk. I'm very pleased with these. For $8, it's very rare for me to find a pair of shoes that fit me in the thrift store, and these are in really good condition. I think they were barely even worn, and they're blue, which, as I've mentioned previously, is my favorite color. Since I've said what all of my project ideas are for all of these materials, I'm going to tell you what my current projects are and some vague plans for what's going to be next, so that this can be a thrift haul and plan video. So currently, I broke the rule that I've been saying many times in this video. I bought a pattern before I finished all of my other ones, but I swear I had a good reason, okay? I was nominated for an award in my union. I didn't get the award, but they still want to give me a certificate that is basically like, hey, you tried type thing. I think it's a little bit more than that. There's also going to be an evening where it's for young activists. All the other young activists who were nominated are all going to be together in a room to mingle so that different sectors of the union can get to know each other. And I'm really excited for this event. It is in 2 weeks, which is not very much time. It is in 10 days, which is less than 2 weeks. Not very much time. Anyway, I want to make a fancy dress for the part where I'm gonna get the certificate, because it's gonna be like an award ceremony and they're gonna hand it to me. The dress I want to make is the foxglove dress. I just found this pattern on Etsy when I was looking for a slip dress pattern. I have already altered that pattern to hopefully fit me better, and since I bought a pattern for this, I did not want to go out and thrift fabric for it, so I'm using fabric that was already in my stash. I'm using this rayon material that is black with white stripes, and it's a bias cut dress. So rayon is already hard to work with, and I'm adding bias into that. So this is going to be a pretty tricky dress, but that is what I'm going to work on today after I'm done filming this. Wish me luck. The other thing that I'm working on right now is the pinion pants, which I've already mentioned previously. I've cut out of yellow corduroy. It's like a butter yellow corduroy. I have already made a mock-up for it, and I've made the alterations to the patterns based on how the mock-up fit. I have not sewn it together yet because I got distracted by making this dress. Those are my current sewing projects. I'm not going to talk about knitting or crochet in this video because I will do a knitting and crochet podcast. I hope that you found this haul as exciting as I did. I'm so excited to use up all of these materials and to make my wardrobe. My goal of not buying any clothes at all this year, I've been successful at that at least, even if I haven't been successful in my goal of not buying patterns. I have not bought any clothing. I've made all my own, and that feels great. I think that's everything I have to say. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it entertaining at the very least, interesting and or inspiring. at the most. And if you liked this video, please consider subscribing. I love having you here, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.